Amorim can ditch Dalot by unleashing Man United's best player in new role. As Ruben Amorim calls up Man Utd wonderkid to first-team squad after Kobbie Mainoo's injury. All the eggs had been placed in the Bilbao basket, with May's Europa League final providing Ruben Amorim and Manchester United with a chance to save their season amid the backdrop of a worst-ever Premier League campaign. Up against an equally as turbulent Tottenham Hotspur side, the top-flight rivals unsurprisingly, considering their domestic fortunes, played out a door and drab showpiece in the end, with United limply falling to defeat courtesy of a scrappy Brennan Johnson strike. That 1-0 loss looked set to be a defining moment for Amorim and the Ineos regime. WTH intrigue rife over the potential repercussions of a lack of European football, particularly in a financial sense. While those fears were somewhat eased following an almost £250 million outlay on 4 new faces over the summer, a grim SBY start to 2025-26 had looked to seal Amorim's fate even further, with speculation over his future rife heading into recent international breaks. Thankfully, the Portuguese has managed to stop the rot with a run of 3 wins and a draw from his side's last 4 outings, teeing up a mouth-watering clash with Thomas Frank's new-look Spurs outfit on Saturday afternoon. Man United's wing-back conundrum. Last weekend's entertaining 2-2 draw away at Nottingham Forest showcased the benefits and flaws of Amorim's current setup, with there a sense of risk and reward surrounding the use of Ahmad at right wing-back. The diminutive Ivorian was beaten at the back post by Morgan Gibbs-White as Forest levelled things up after the break, albeit before then lashing home in stunning fashion late on to rescue a point, prior to even going close to snatching a winner at the death. There is an argument that the 23-year-old's talents would be better served in a more advanced attacking berth, although the chance to work in tandem with Bryan Mbeumo ahead of him is a fine compromise, with the positives of deploying the left footer on that flank far exceeding any potential negatives. The use of Ahmad in that role has perhaps been a factor in Amorim seeking more balance on the opposite side, hence utilising more of a defensive presence in the form of Diogo Dalot, ahead of January edition, Patrick Dorgu. While Dalot has had his moments this season, not least when teeing up Mbeumo against Sunderland, he has emerged as something of a justified scapegoat of late, looking distinctly uncomfortable in that left-sided berth. That was evident at the City ground, having been caught napping as Nicolo Savona pounced behind him to poke home his first goal for Forest, to complete a quick-fire comeback for the hosts. That unorthodox position may not be helping matters, although it isn't as if the Portuguese fullback has exactly flourished in the past, even on his favoured side, having racked up just 9 goals and 18 assists in 219 games for the club to date, as per Transfermarkt. For context, the much-maligned Aaron Wan-Bissaka is only just behind with 13 assists and 2 goals from his 190 outings when playing for United, with the Red Devils sorely lacking a creative, attacking threat from the flanks in recent times. Of course, Amorim could deploy Dorgu in his place once again, although the Dane's quality is also up for debate, with the 21-year-old also registering just 2 assists in 30 games following his switch from Lex. How Man United can replace Dalot against Spurs. There is an argument for a resurgent Luke Shaw to be relocated from his left-sided centre-back berth and into a wing-back role, not least with Lisandro Martinez in line to make his return to action in the near future. Whether the Englishman has the physical capacity to flourish in that position is another matter, however, while it would appear foolish to unsettle the backline right now, at least not until Martinez is fit and firing again. With that in mind, Saturday's trip to North London could then be the perfect time for Amorim to find room for Nasser Mazraoui in his side once again, with the Moroccan having endured a frustrating, injury-hit start to 2025-26 thus far. In other news, Ruben Amorim calls up Man Utd wonderkid to first-team squad after Kobbie Mainoo's injury. Manchester United will have a golden opportunity to make it 5 games unbeaten when they take on Tottenham, but Kobbie Mainoo's injury has forced Ruben Amorim to be creative. Nobody will be thinking for a second that Kobbie Mainoo would have started the game against Spurs, but he was regularly coming off the bench recently. Equally as important was his presence in the matchday squad to make sure Man United held up their long-standing record of having an academy graduate in a matchday squad. Having Tom Heaton on the bench for 2 goalkeepers would be a cheap way of maintaining that record, so Ruben Amorim has instead called up an exciting wonderkid for the game against Spurs. Ruben Amorim gives Jack Fletcher a golden opportunity. Jack Fletcher has been an example for many at Carrington due to the way he has developed and added more skills to his game. He was already an exciting prospect at Old Trafford with his wand of a left foot, also earning praise from captain Bruno Fernandes on the pre-season tour. Having played this season in an unexpected left-back position, he stepped up to that challenge admirably as well, earning tongue-in-cheek comparisons to Marcelo. All that effort looks set to be rewarded as Fletcher has been called up to the first-team squad for the game against Spurs. Mainoo's injury will see him miss this game, and Fletcher's inclusion in his place suggests the left-back experiment for him was just a temporary challenge to force him to adapt. Fletcher's prospects for Man United vs Spurs. Being called up to the first-team squad in the absence of a senior player is a huge endorsement for Fletcher, because it effectively gives him the first-in-line status among academy players. Having said that, it would be a surprise if Fletcher came on against Spurs, barring a dream scenario where United are ahead and dominating the game. Even Mainoo struggles to play in the deeper role and needs a defensive-minded midfielder next to him, and Fletcher's game is even more attacking. He could come on to play as one of the attacking midfielders, but the competition there is much tougher, with Matheus Cunha and Bryan Mbeumo nailed on, and Mason Mount waiting in the wings. Nonetheless, calling up academy prospects to fill the bench instead of having two goalkeepers is something Man United fans have demanded of Amorim for a long time. Fletcher's inclusion, even if he stays on the bench, is a good step forward in that direction. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to smash the like button and make sure to subscribe to Man United Hub to get all the latest updates.